Yo, listen to me. Too many of you are watching them instead of working on you. You scroll through your feed looking at what teachee are he doing? What teachee have he got? Where teachee are go and stop. Right. Now that's TSEIR lane. That's TSEIR race. You wasting your energy trying to measure why you are purpose with somebody else's progress. Too many people waste time looking left and right, measuring their progress by someone else's pace. They scroll through timelines, watch stories, and let comparison creep in like a thief in the night. Instead of building their own story, they get distracted by someone else's highlight reel. But here's the truth, your journey is yours alone. You don't know what it cost them to get there, what battles they're fighting, or how long they've been grinding. When you compare, you dilute your own potential. You stop listening to your inner voice and start reacting to someone else's life. The focus shifts from growth to gossip, from purpose to pressure. You can't run a race looking sideways. You'll trip every time. Focus means locking into your own pace, your own plan, your own process. When you stay in your lane, you move with power. When you stay in your lane, you hear your own rhythm. And that rhythm, that's what leads to mastery. That's what builds endurance. That's what keeps you going when the lights fade, when the followers disappear, when no one's clapping. Because it was never about them. It was always about building something real from within, not copying what's outside. The mirror doesn't lie. It reflects everything back to you. Your effort, your excuses, your hunger, your hesitation. Too many people are focused on competition outside of themselves, but the real battle is internal. Every day you wake up, you're staring at the one person who can push you forward or hold you back. That's the real opponent. The one who decides whether you show up or shut down. The one who chooses grind or comfort. You don't need to beat them, impress them, or outwork them. You need to outwork yesterday's version of yourself. That's it. Growth doesn't happen through rivalry with others. It happens through ruthless self-honesty. It's not about proving anyone wrong. It's about proving yourself right. You don't need validation from a crowd when you've got vision in your reflection. When you lock eyes with yourself in that mirror and ask, did I give everything today? That's the only scoreboard that counts. Because when you win in the mirror, you win in life. Not because others approve, but because you built something solid from discipline, sacrifice, and self-respect. The mirror keeps you humble and hungry, focused and faithful, grounded and grinding, always chasing the better version. That's waiting inside focus. Isn't just a mindset, it's a weapon. When you lock in on your mission and block out the noise, you activate something powerful inside of you. Discipline is born in focus. It's built in those early mornings when no one's watching, in the late night when no one's clapping, in the decisions you make when comfort calls your name. Without focus, you're just busy, doing a lot, moving fast, but going nowhere. But when you align your focus with your goals, every step starts to matter. Every hour becomes intentional. You're no longer reacting to life. You're creating it. Discipline shows up when you say no to distractions and yes to purpose. When you guard your time like your future depends on it. Because it does. Focus trains your mind to stay committed even when motivation fades. It teaches your body to keep going even when energy drops. It sharpens your habits, your routines, your mindset. Focus is what separates dreamers from doers. It's the line between potential and results. And when you build discipline through that focus, you become unstoppable. Because now it's not about how you feel. It's not about what you said you do long after the feeling passed. Every second you spend watching someone else's life is a second stolen from building your own. Energy is limited, and where you place it matters. When your attention is locked on what others are doing, you're feeding their momentum, not yours. You're cheering for their progress while ignoring your own potential. The truth is, comparison is a silent killer. Not because others are doing better, but because it distracts you from doing your best. Every scroll, every glance, every conversation that revolves around what someone else has achieved pulls you away from the work that's waiting for you. Your goals don't get accomplished by observation. They get accomplished by execution. The grind doesn't reward those who watch. It rewards those who act. Energy is power, and when it's focused on your path, it becomes fuel. But when it's wasted on envy, doubt, or comparison, it drains you. You weren't built to copy someone else's timeline. You were built to create your own. What you feed grows, and if you're feeding distraction, you'll never see traction. But if you redirect that energy inward into your craft, your discipline, your vision, you start to build something real, something lasting, something that reflects your own journey. When it's all said and done, everything comes back to one thing: ownership. Owning your time, owning your energy, owning your decisions. The difference between those who talk about success and those who actually taste it is focus. Not the kind of focus that lasts for an hour, but the kind that becomes a lifestyle. The kind that says, I'm done watching, I'm done comparing, I'm done wasting. The kind that makes you get up before the alarm, stay up after the lights go off, and keep grinding when no one's clapping. Because you finally realize no one is coming to do it for you. No one is going to hand you purpose. No one is going to carry you to discipline. That's on you. You've got to get so locked in on your own path that you become immune to distractions. Not because the noise stops, but because your vision is louder. You've got to drown out the opinions, the doubts, the temptation to measure your journey against someone else's timeline. You've got to learn to celebrate others without minimizing your own grind. What they do doesn't diminish what you're building. What they achieve doesn't cancel your calling. Their win doesn't mean you're lost. That's a mindset shift. That's maturity. That's power. Every time you look in the mirror, you should see the only competitor that matters, the only standard that counts. You're not here to be better than them. You're here to be better than who you were yesterday. That's the mission. That's the assignment. And the only way you get there is by showing up daily, not emotionally, not when it's convenient, not when you feel good, daily. Show up broken. Show up tired. Show up unsure. But show up, because every time you do, you build resilience. You build credibility with yourself. And that's the kind of confidence that no one can take away from you. You can't keep giving your energy away like it's free. You can't keep pausing your growth just to see how someone else is doing. They've got their race. You've got yours. And your race has purpose in every step, even the slow ones, even the silent ones, even the ones no one else sees. You weren't made to blend in. You were made to build. You weren't created to copy. You were created to create. Your life has weight. Your voice has value. Your journey has a reason. And if you want to honor that, then it starts with focus. It starts with discipline. It starts with cutting off everything that's that's stealing from your future and pouring into what sets your soul on fire. So now it's your move. You've heard the message. You felt the truth. Now what are you going to do with it? Because talk is cheap and time is ticking. Focus on yourself. Build your legacy. Write your story. And when it's all over, let them say you stayed true. You stayed focused and you finished your race with fire in your eyes and purpose in your heart.